honest,
so
it is
good
one
being
of
able
the
to explain
craziest
stuff. I think
things
they used to
we've
work
ever
with
had. We have these insane new Oni masks, which is one of the best mobilities I've ever seen. We have a whole bunch of new weapons. I'm going to talk about which ones are the best and which ones you should be running. We have a whole new map with a bunch of Easter eggs.
Do I have these on backwards?
Where you should be dropping, because there's two main spots right now that give you the most broken loot in the game, one of which is a vault that right now almost no one knows how to enter. We also have 200 pumps back in the game, but you have to get the mythic pump, and I'm going to teach you where it is. I have a whole bunch to cover. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the new season. Let's jump into it.
Just be chatting about none?
Talking.
Nah, bro, he literally tells you about everything that's happening in Fortnite. Low-key, he is the
about the weapons. Now the big one, hit scan is back. We do not have bullet travel time anymore. All weapons in the game right now are hit scan. There's no sniper rifles, there's no DMRs, so literally every single gun is hit scan. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get any announcement of what's going on with Siphon. I don't know what's happening. Fortnite
they need to bring Siphon, chat, only because it makes
in the game
more
this
time to
season,
get kills.
but they've said
so
nothing in the competitive blog post they posted like 5 days ago, nothing in the new competitive blog post, and nothing in the regular blog post. They have just gone radio silent on Siphon. I don't know why, but hit scan's back, Siphon isn't back but should be back, and weapon attachments are not back. We do have the new assault rifle having a scope on it, but it always comes with a scope. There is no attachment, there is no changing of the scope. It is just whether you want to run the assault rifle without the scope or the one with the scope. So 3 of the main questions about this season answered straight off the gate. Now, what are the other new weapons? We have 3 new shotguns, 2 new SMGs, 2 assault rifles, and we have the suppressed pistol returning to the game. So let's talk about shotguns.
Suppressed pistol sucks. Out of all guns, which one? Fortnite, out of all guns, you bring back the suppressed pistol? Out of all things? Bro, there are so many different guns that are so much better. You pick that butt of a gun.
What should you be using? So we have the Oni shotgun, the twin fire auto shotgun, and the sentinel pump shotgun. Now, the Oni shotgun is a double barrel shotgun, but don't let that confuse you with the old double barrel shotgun. This is a long range shotgun. Kind of think of the Ranger shotgun that
is long range,
really long barrel that only shot 1 bullet. It's kind of like that with 2 shots. So it's a bit more like the combat shot.
What in the world is that?
It does seem like it deals really quite solid damage, but it has a very small bullet spread, which is good if you have great aim, but up close, it isn't really matching the pump shotgun. Now, the pump shotgun does seem like the main shotgun this season, which I am very happy about. If we're gonna have a main shotgun meta, you know me, I like it to be slow, hard-hitting shotguns. The new pump shotgun looks really solid, and the mythic version even hits for 200. You can 200 pump to the head with a perfect pump shot from the mythic. If you don't know how to get the mythic, it's super easy. You have one of the new bosses on the map, the Shogun. You probably fought him on top of the islands. He's a gigantic samurai guy with a huge
that guy
sword.
is the mythic.
If you find him walking around the map regularly on the ground, you can check on the map. If you fight him and you take him down, you get the mythic pump shotgun. If you take him down on the island, you do not get the mythic pump shotgun. So if you want to be able to 200 pump, keep your eye on the map, make sure you keep an eye out on him. Now, the auto shotgun, the fast fire rate shotgun, is weird. It doesn't actually seem to shoot that quickly. It shoots 2 shots at a time, which is interesting, but so far from watching people use this gun and trying to use it myself, it just feels really clunky. It doesn't feel like it shoots super hard. You have to get really close to your opponent, and even then it seems like the pump shotgun still out damages it. I'm not mad about this. I specifically said if you guys watched my wishlist video that I really wanted a hard-hitting slow shotgun to be the meta, and that looks like what we have with the pump shotgun. It's worth noting as well, the pump shotgun has 4 shots up until gold rarity, and the golden mythic has 5 shots. So it is like a regular pump shotgun, and it looks really good right now. Let's talk about assault rifles and SMGs. So you have the Fury assault rifle. This is your regular non-scoped assault rifle. Then you have the Twister assault rifle, which is the scoped version. Now, the scoped version obviously has the advantage of having a scoped, especially in a hit scan meta. This is going to be the go-to assault rifle in competitive 1000%. It's dead accurate. It's really good at range. It's still surprisingly good at close to mid-range. And actually, a pro tip for you guys, there is a new keybind. We've never had this before. If you go into the settings, you can actually set a keybind to turn on and off the scope on this weapon. So in early game, mid game, you want to get your surge tags at range, keep the scope on. You get to end game, you want to get a little bit more.
You can turn off the scope in the settings. That's kind of OP. Fair enough.
Personally, with spray players, you find the scope a little bit more annoying to use. You click that keybind, you can turn the scope off. You click it again, you turn it back on. Super strong. And I think because of this setting and how accurate this assault rifle is, I am picking the Hollow Twister up over the Fury. The
Oh,
Fury's still
100%.
really
Hollow's
good.
so much better.
It has a fast fire rate, good damage, really good structure, pressure if you want to pressure walls, but overall, especially in competitive, I'm giving it to the scoped AR right now. Before I talk about the new mobility items, and if you've played the new season, you know what I'm going to talk about. That Void Oni mask is insane. Let's just cover the SMGs. You have the Surge Fire SMG and the Precision SMG. The Surge Fire SMG, the longer you hold it down for, the faster it shoots. So if you just want to go full controller player, get in, apply so much pressure, bleed all your shots through walls, never switch to your shotgun, this is for you. The Precision SMG, though, I'm seeing a lot of pros use. It has a scope on it, and it's actually deadly accurate, even at a decent range. It shoots dead straight, no boom, no recoil, no hit. It's just ridiculous. And you still have the ability to use it hit fire really strong and bleed a bunch of shots through. So I'm picking out the Precision SMG, but if you pick up a good Surge Fire and use it properly, it is insane. But we have to talk about the new Oni mask.
Here's how the average man's life would change.
I don't know if I want to... Oh, it's ads. You know what? That's honestly a good ad. Chat, are ad blockers actually working?
Mobility of the season, and this is the craziest, strongest, most fun mobility item I think I have ever seen in Fortnite. I'm not just saying that. If you've played the season, you know what I mean. Basically, if you ever played Minecraft, it's like the Ender Pearls. Instead of throwing it out and when it hits the ground, you teleport to it.
Really
throw out an orb, and you can
it
teleport
goes to
whenever
max
you want,
170 meters.
No fall damage.
About that.
And the orb lasts for 50 seconds if you want to teleport to it. Whoa, and you have 15 uses, and every time you kill someone, they drop a fully fresh Oni mask. And there's a mythic one that drops with 50 charges and drops from the boss that also gives you the best SMG in the game. I'll talk about how to get that in a second. This mask is a must carry. You can throw it in your box, go fight someone, and then teleport back to your box.
You know, it's crazy, chat. We haven't heard anything about the server
FPS dropping yet. End game to like put in their box, go get a refresh on low ground, teleport back.
It's so bad.
Use it to teleport up to high ground. You can do so many crazy things with this. You have to carry it. It is an absolute must carry in every setting. Competitive, solos, trios, W King.
I just take no fall damage.
Insane. The Fire Oni mask is not really as strong. You just shoot a fireball that tracks
unless if you have no mats, it's fire. If you have mats,
nowhere near as strong as the Oni mask. Both of them just drop from chests. They both have a mythic version as well that drops from the bosses. Again, I'll explain that in a second. And then the last major new item you have is the Typhoon Blade. It's like a new katana. It spawns from the altars around the map. It's pretty strong. You run a lot faster while you're carrying it. You have the attack ability, but it's not super broken. It's nowhere near as good as the Void Oni mask. You also have shockwaves. They're meant to be in competitive, but right now apparently they're not, but they are in public matches.
Wait, they're not even in competitive? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I did not realize that.
In Fortnite's blog post, they said that all the items in pubs should be in competitive, so I don't know why it's not. And then for meds, you don't really have too much. You have bandages, medkits, minis, and bigs, but you do also have the new healing sprites, which I'll talk about in a second. But the go-to loadout for me right now, while W King, after my first impressions and watching a bunch of pros play, is the Precision SMG, the pump shotgun, the Void Oni mask, and then whatever 2 meds you want to.
Like, this looks like the best loadout. I think all the antics right about this. We have literally Ender Pearl, shotgun. This SMG is actually so broken this season, and then shields.
Carry minis, bigs, medkits, minis, whatever. You can mess around with it a little bit. The assault rifle is still really strong, but for me, that is the best W King loadout.
Fair enough.
Now, if I was playing competitive in solos, I'm probably going to be running the scoped assault rifle.
Ooh, the scoped assault rifle is actually good as well. I didn't even think about that. There might be a mythic one potentially. I think maybe honestly I can't really remember. But I do know that there is a normal, like, legendary one that's really good.
With the pump shotgun, Oni mask, and 2 meds. But in trios, I probably would try to carry the new healing sprites. You probably see
healing sprites are really good as well. So not only do you get actual heals, kind of like a shield cake, but you could repick it back up twice. You could also trade it into one of the like temple things, and you can get heals for it as well, which is pretty cool.
Around the map, they're the blue sprites. If you can put them down, you heal you and your teammates for health and shield. So as much as they don't heal as much as, you know, maybe 3 medkits, it looks like they heal for about 50 each. If you're healing you and both your teammates each for 50 health or shield, that is a lot of value for an item that you can carry multiple of. They're really, really strong, so keep an eye out for those. So if you want to get your hands on the Mythic SMG and you want to get the Mythic Void Mask, you have 50 uses of the teleport. You need to go to Demon Dojo and take down the boss there. She's a little bit weird. You start off by walking into the dojo, walking into the circle, then you'll damage her. Once you can no longer damage her, you either have to kill her like apparitions that she pushes at you, or
she takes your ammo. Is crazy.
Above her eyes. She does glitch sometimes though. I'm hoping they fix this by tomorrow. Sometimes you just cannot kill her. She's constantly shooting gigantic fireballs at you.
Fortnite, I like the boss is broken too is kind of crazy. Like you make FPS drop terrible, and then the boss is broken. I feel like every season's like the same problem now.
I don't want to say Epic was listening to me. I made the video only a few days ago. They obviously already planned this, but the fact that Epic gave us way harder boss fights makes me really happy. Yes, they're crazy to fight. I'm sure there's gonna be
it
times
is cool that they made it more difficult though, 'cause again, they are listening
10
to
minutes
us.
and you get third party to die, and it's gonna be frustrating, but I love that the boss fights feel epic. If you fight the boss on the new spawn island, you fight the big Shogun guy, it is crazy cool. It feels like something out of a Dark Souls game. You're fighting an Elden Ring level boss in Fortnite.
I
Same
respect
with this
that.
girl as well, and they both drop.
And it doesn't look like it does much damage. Like, unless you're like really unlucky, it looks like for the most part, this dude hasn't taken any damage. I guess there's gonna be times you're gonna take damage, but for the most part, all you have to do is just have enough ammo, it seems.
New medallions. Yes, we do have medallions confirmed in the game. The
medallions?
Shogun on the island drops the medallion that gives you infinite sprint and invisibility while sprinting, which
that's
I don't think
insane,
is going to be very good in trios. It's probably going to be quite good in the solo cash cups. The original invisibility medallion last chapter seemed awful until we had players actually start using it in stacked endgames, and people realized very quickly in endgames when there's so much going on, a lot of people look past the invisible targets. You do have...
Dude, look at this full mythic loadout. That is insane to me, bro. That's insane. This shotgun's butt, though. If they had, like, the mythic pump, that would have been sick. But then, of course, this guy's carrying the girl.
The sprint while you're invisible, which is a little
I think actually the pump mythic is
obviously was better when you could crouch, you could sneak through endgame, but it could still be cool for hitting little easy rotates. The other medallion we have is the new Night Rose medallion, which makes your weapons reload themselves. That's the one that you get from the boss that also drops the crazy mask I was just talking about.
Oh my goodness, even Muzz, he went down to like 130 FPS. That's the thing, like, for people that's on 240 FPS, their frame drops, they drop by half, but like, that's not that big of a deal. But for me, that like, did you get your PC to work? It's Fortnite. It's Fortnite itself. So look, watch this clip. Look in the right corner and look, this is Muzz. Muzz definitely has thousands of dollars worth of a PC.
That's the one that you get.
Look at when he changes, 130, he went down with 110 frames. For someone who is, let's say, well, 144, going down 100 frames breaks the game entirely. So, PC is just, Fortnite broke Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie, they just broke it. I don't know how they made it so bad. Hopefully they come up with a good idea and fix it very quick.
The crazy mask I was just talking about. I don't know if this medallion is going to be pretty solid. I can't really even seem to figure out how it reloads. I don't really get how it works. I've seen people carrying it. I've carried it myself. It doesn't seem to actually reload anything, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but if it works, it sounds pretty cool. I haven't seen where these elemental chests are except for the vault, but they give you a boon. All you have to do is take one of the new NPCs to a sprite shrine or just find the boon, and you get either the fire boon, which reloads your weapons faster, the void boon, which eliminating players reveals other players nearby.
Which that's OP. I think Peterbot's going to use that. Like, I think I'm already predicting what Peterbot's going to do. He's definitely going to use that. 100%.
This is just the scan medallion every time you get a kill. This in competitive is going to be crazy. In trios, if you pick off one of the players, you will now have wall hacks on their duo trying to fight a 3v2. Every time you get a refresh in endgame, you're going to get scan coin for wall hacks to know where players are, where are solos, who's on high ground. Insane. You have the wind boon, which makes you move faster while your pickaxe is equipped. I haven't seen just how much faster, but this looks crazy strong. And the water boon, which when you're swimming grants health and shield to yourself and nearby swimming squad mates. This would be really strong for replenishing your shields, especially if you're trying to get surge tags in the mid game for competitive. So
I'm really excited for Epic. I think it's in a week or so. I'm really excited to see this, though. I'm really hyped to see what it's going to look like.
These boons are crazy. On top of the boons, these sprites are just crazy. I already talked about how you have the healing blue sprite, but the white sprite actually is the air sprite, and when you throw it down, it gives you a launch into the sky, and you get glider redeploy. This could be really good for trio mobility.
The only problem with this is you would not be able to use this endgame. for I think pretty obvious reason. It's too open in the air and you just get lit.
We talked about how good the new Oni mask is for rotating, but it's kind of hard to link all three of those together. You're gonna have a lot of trios getting split.
We have to like short pad it, which I think actually might work.
Separated, where if you rotate with the air sprite, you'll probably stick a lot closer together. Obviously, again, be careful. Hit scans back in the game. People's aim is crazy. You could get fried on the rotate.
I think everyone gets a purple pistol. I don't think it changes.
The last one is the Earth Spirit. You're supposed to be able, or Earth Sprite, you're supposed to be able to give it loot and then it gives you rewards. I haven't actually had a chance to test this out or really figured out how it works.
What in the world? Just coughed up a gold
gun.
gun.
Material when you give it guns and stuff, that could be crazy strong, but I haven't really had a chance to try it out properly. As for other things new in the game that's worth mentioning.
Bro, you can run on walls now. Are you serious, bro? That's insane. You could run on walls.
We have a few new mechanics as far as movement goes. We have the ledge jump, roll landing, wall kick, and wall scramble. Most of these aren't that crazy. I'm sure we'll see Martos release a video where he's pulling off the most insane tech with these ever, and I'm just mind blown. But right now, the ledge...
There's a new EJ lab we're gonna have to try. It's really good.
Jump and roll landing don't seem that good. The wall kick is quite interesting, being able to run and jump off the walls. A lot of people are combining this new movement. You've probably seen the new movement.
What is Fortnite? Laggy. I'll tell you that.
Playing about right now. With crazy like EJ
it's
dashing,
crazy
which
right
used
now.
to be the old mechanic in the game, where you would build a ramp when you're inside it. The ramp would build and boost you forward. You can now do that by jumping into ramps and like getting crazy momentum as you fall down. It does look like most of the new movement is actually just a visual difference. When you're running and strafing, I don't think it's actually any slower or faster. It just looks different. But what is definitely different is the way that you jump and the way that you fall. And you now have the super jump ability, which is quite interesting. Being able to jump.
It is so
high,
different. But I think it's a good thing. Because for one, I think it's going to create way more funny moments. I think the funny moments are going to be so funny. Yo, Amy, what's up, homie? Thank you for the follow.
It's going to create some interesting engagements around building fights. Again, these new mechanics when it comes to movement, we really have to test them out for longer than one day to judge them. Right now, I don't love them or hate them. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Dude, it's scary. Like this season is kind of scary. Making a parkour game more than an FPS game. They are kind of making it more like a parkour game. You're not wrong there. Like they're going more of a Call of Duty route. I don't know. I don't know if you heard, bro, but the FPS drops are so bad. So, speaking of FPS, you kind of just brought that to my head.
How it affects the game.
Hopefully they
roll
say
landing,
something.
being able to generate some stamina could be quite interesting, but for the most part, it just looks like the most thing you have to get used to is just the difference in the falling when it comes to jumping down and rotating. But across the board, I don't hate these new movement changes. We just need to try.
Yeah, I don't hate the movement either, chat. Like it actually, I like that they're adding new stuff because obviously it just doesn't make the game feel bland. It's just sometimes change can be a little odd.
That has a lot of people very concerned, the simple edit. Now, when I first...
Oh my goodness. Simple edit. I'm really scared about this.
I was like, yo, this is just macros. We are just giving players macros, the ability to instantly do an edit with robotic speeds. Why would we ever add that to the game? And after seeing it, if you're a bad player or if you don't really want to get better at the game and you want to be able to play builds and just edit better for now, it's a pretty decent setting. Basically, the way it works is you can then set up an edit with this simple edit setting and it will confirm edits instantly. It looks super crazy, but you don't have a lot of control over your edits. It's really bad for your crosshair control and it's honest.
Yeah, like this setting literally is terrifying. And that's what I thought at first. It doesn't seem as good right now though. When did this happen? So this happened, I believe 2 days ago. Look, I'll show you. We're gonna go to Twitter. We can show the leaks. When this first came out, everyone was scared, including myself. Because I genuinely thought, like, Fortnite's not going to be Fortnite no more. So, look, this is what we see on Twitter. Let's take a gander. There's actually OG stuff coming back. I mean, I don't know how much you've been looking into the game, bro, but there's a lot going on right now. So, yeah, Fortnite's new simple edit on release feature. This is basically, like, wherever you look, that's where it's going to edit. In competitive game, it would be insane. That's what I'm scared about. I'm scared, like, if Peterbot, like, is just going to be, like, different with this, you know? But, yeah, I mean, this, people are saying it's bad, but at the same time, from the way it looks, this is insane. Because how it looks is wherever you look, that's what's going to edit. And if you can instant edit like that and actually get used to it, like, that's insane. I'm going to be practicing with that edit. I mean, it's a decent idea if you don't know how to edit so much, but dude, this is scary. Like, this is genuinely scary. The fact that it auto edits. Like, again, like once you're used to it, like that's insane. And then they added the pearls, obviously, but yeah, that I'm really scared about. I really hope it's not that good. There's a delay in trying to edit fast though. Okay, well that's good. How much is the delay? Because from what he's doing it, there's no delay here. Look, as we're watching right now, there is 0 delay, which is insane. 0 delay is criminal, bro. For this specific type of thing.
Honestly just going to make you develop as a player a lot worse. It's something that's going to cap your skill where you'll never be able to get as good as the best players because you're using this setting.
Oh, you made it visible for the first time. Was that because of the setting or just because like you just got good at fast editing?
If you don't care about that, you just want to jump in and be able to hit window edits and some peanut butter edits a little bit quicker, turn the setting on, mess around with it. But if you are already good at the game, and most of you guys who watch my videos are, because they're mostly folks around competitive.
Oh, that was sweet, Aussie antics. No, I still suck him. But that was adorable that he thought I was good.
This setting isn't for you.
Because of the
players
setting?
using this
Weird.
setting aren't going to start destroying you. It is not just giving players cheats and macros.
He literally answered my question. Okay, so this setting is literally just for the new players, which, look, I'm all for it to try and have new players to be able to feel like they're doing good in game. I like that because, honestly, I was scared like Peter Bonnet clicks.
It's just to
like,
help
dog on us
up-and-coming
with that.
players who are struggling.
That makes
with building,
insane.
try to cut back some of that skill gap when it comes to editing. If you care enough about this setting to think it might be broken and players are going to destroy you by using it, I guarantee it won't. You're already better than those players.
Hey, we got the Aussie antics guaranteed. I'm not gonna lie, I trust this. I trust this with my heart.
It's fine.
Shout out
It
Aussie.
hasn't broken the game. It sounded insane when we first read it, but in practice, it's not really that crazy.
Thank goodness it's
Again,
trash.
I'm going to say this before I get clipped and someone flames me. If Martos or someone comes out with some insane strats with this and turns it into some crazy...
If Martos comes out, Martos is, if you don't know, one of the most insane high IQ players. If he comes out with this edit thing, perfect crazy super edit, and he starts dogging on everyone, I'm gonna cry. But not only am I gonna cry, I'm gonna clip Aussie antics, and we're gonna clip both of this, and we're both gonna post it on TikTok and be like, told you, Aussie.
Crazy mechanic of instantly editing, pre-firing, and resetting. I'll take it back. I'll eat my words and say I was wrong. I don't think right now that's going to happen, but it could still happen.
I trust
in
Aussie.
Early days. Now, the last main thing to talk about is the map. I absolutely love this map. It's vibrant. It's awesome. The POIs are super.
Dude, like Martos, chat, I'm going to show you in a second. We'll go in game on, there's some new movement, like even more than what we saw before. Like there's new EJ Lab, which basically when you edit, it like boosts you forward. I'll have to show you. It's insane. But, like once Martos gets his hand on these, we're cooked.
Super exciting, but they look different. The map is 20% bigger than the last chapter's map.
20% bigger of a map, chat. That's insane.
It is one of the biggest, if not biggest maps we've ever had. It's kicking off with 18 POIs on launch.
Dang.
For those of you guys who don't know, most first season maps of chapters usually only have like 12 or 13 POIs, and more get added later on as the
chapter
progresses.
they're gonna add something in
We're
there.
kicking off with 18, and that's just, and more get
18.
added later.
The only places that I could think they add places is right here, or right here. Like, there's not, like, they would have to replace other POIs, or it'd be those 3 spots. Because right here, this is too far on the edge of the map. People are not going to land there. Like, obviously, these edges are different, because obviously this one's a mountain, that one's a river, and that one's a mountain. But, like, they're not going to add, like, behind here. So I think more than likely, they're going to do, like, right in this area, right in that area, or right in this area. Because there's big potential in this area.
Later on as the chapter progresses. We're kicking off with 18, and that's just the named POIs. We have a whole bunch of loot and landmarks on top of this. I love this map. My only concern is we need good mobility. Right now we have the Void Oni mask,
very helpful.
Katana, the kinetic blade was leaked in the
more,
trailer. It's not in the
watchable
game right now, but I'm
pushing
guessing it's going to be added in the future. We have the grapple blade being leaked to be coming back in a couple weeks because it's in for one of the quest lines. Those kind of mobility items are awesome because getting around this map is going to be tough. If Fortnite is aware of this, they stick to this and they keep adding really, really good mobility to the game. I'm totally fine with this map. I love it. But as soon as we get a season where the only
it would get more congested. You're 100% right. So, more than likely, they'll probably replace other POIs.
Is Fizzberries.
I mean, even now it feels a little
pretty
congested,
troublesome pretty quick. I am going to say carry as many shields as you can, especially in competitive, running around the map that's this big and this open with, you know, scoped hit scan weapons. You are going to be getting absolutely farmed, so be ready for that. But overall, I love this map. One thing that's worth mentioning is there are forecast towers on this map.
This actually, I love this, the forecast towers. I think it's gonna sound crazy, but I think it's more entertaining because having one pro with that little extra advantage, I feel just adds a little bit more to watching it.
Only 5. There's meant to be 6. The Syrian, the goats, check them out. They mentioned that right now one of the forecast towers has a 0-0 spawn rate, so for some reason it's in the game, it's just not spawning. So it looks like a 6th one might be added in the future.
Holy crap, there's 6 of them. I thought there would only be 1 or 2 on the map. This kind of changes my thought process. 5 of them, that's a lot. That's a lot thinking about it. And this, to be honest, actually no, because thinking about it, when it comes to players that get the tower, honestly, by the time it's like 7th zone, there's only going to be 2 or 3 of them that are going to have it. Because there's not really a shot that all 5 of them are going to make it to endgame, because, well, you're going to see them in like, how do I explain this? Look, you have forecast, and you already know the other side. So if you already know the other side, this guy also knows the other side. You guys are going to try and rotate and be in the same area. You guys are going to end up fighting. So I feel like around like 7th, 8th zone, they're going to obviously only have like 2 or 3 of them that have it at most. See, the map is square. Bro, where do you see square? It's like, I mean, what's the map usually shaped?
This is where the 5 are right now on the map. They're pretty clustered towards
it would
the
get hard
center
for
of the map,
beginners.
and I know a lot of pro teams are
I
going
mean,
to try to
this is the thing, is like, for Fortnite tries to help beginners by creative, helps them with, you know, 0 build, but competitive, like, I would never recommend any beginner going anywhere near competitive, because it's like, it's so advanced and you would have to know a lot about the game.
Down. Outside of that, there are some awesome little teasers around the map. I know Night Shift Forest currently has an insane vault in it that has a bunch of blue chests and elemental chests. You need to take a sprite to an NPC nearby, the bush ranger, trade the sprite for a key, and then go open the chest.
Whoa.
I'm sure there's gonna be way more cool things I don't even realize.
Whoa, chat, we'll have to look at this later.
Are in
That's
just yet.
so sick.
My initial impression is this is one of, if not my favorite maps of all time. I absolutely
favorite
love
maps of all time is low-key a crazy statement. However, I will say this does look like a fun season. I'm excited for it, but I'm also very, very scared for it.